Hey guys, Richard here. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Jansno X70. Now, Jansno sent this to us recently, and we've been getting familiar with it, and I want to bring you the review and tell you what I think. I appreciate them for doing that. Last year, they sent us the Jansno X50, and it was a little smaller of a bike, and it performed well, and we really enjoyed that. And so when they offered this one up, we said, yeah, send it. Let's do it. So let's do a quick review of it here. We got the 20x4 knobby tires in the front, and it does have the brown sidewall, which I think looks good with the color of this bike, and with the saddle and everything. I think it matches pretty well. I like the color. We have big, huge motorcycle style headlight with motorcycle style front suspension forks and also blinkers. We have mag wheels, which I like because I think it just adds to the style of the bike. Enjoy that. Be aware the suspension forks are not adjustable. That's okay. Moving on down through here, we have 34 amp hours worth of battery. We've got a battery here, and the battery up here that looks like a gas tank because this is a motorcycle style, right? We have a rear suspension, which has proven to be kind of nice. So it's right back here behind this plate. You can also see it back underneath there. And moving on back, we don't have a chain guard. We do have a derailleur guard back here, and we have a Shimano derailleur. This is a 7-speed. We have plastic fenders on front and back. We have rear tail lights with a blinker back here as well. We have a license plate holder if your state or area requires you to have a license plate. This is a moped, what I refer to as a moped style because it does not have the adjustable seat. The saddle is long enough and it's comfortable enough for riding a bike like this. This is a taller bike, okay, so make sure you check the measurements before you think about purchasing this. I'm 6'1", and I can straddle that okay. I do have like a 33-inch inseam, and I can straddle this okay. We'll get more into that in just a moment here. Let's jump up here to the cockpit. Well, before we do, we'll talk about the wiring. Wiring has some wire wrap on it to kind of contain it, and so you don't have too many wires flopping around or anything. I like that. We do have mechanical brakes. So just be aware of that. We have the button down here for the blinkers, turning them on and off there. We got the cascading style in the front. You can see it blinking there. And a cascading style on the rear as well. Turn those off. We got a horn button underneath. Pretty loud horn. We have the display right here, pretty standard. Up and down pass. We have 5 levels of pedal assist. And moving on across, pretty standard handlebar stem here. It's not adjustable up or down or back and forth, so it is what it is. You do have a 7-speed Shimano shifter here, a twisty throttle, which I prefer, and I do want to point out the grips because this is my favorite style of grip that has the palm rest right here. It just makes it a lot more comfortable to hold on to when you're riding. All right, so this guy has a 750 watt motor, and it's got 60 newton meters of torque. This is a pretty heavy bike. I don't remember the weight, but yeah, it's pretty heavy. And with that, let's jump on it and see how it performs. So I'm straddling the bike right now, and my feet are flat on the ground, and I am almost in the sitting position. I have to sit down just a few inches there to get down into the sitting position. Now, one thing about this style of bike is that because the seat is not adjustable, whatever your height is your height, okay? There's no adjusting the saddle. And when you get ready to ride, just be aware that right now my foot is at the top right there of the pedal, and my leg is pretty much even with the handlebar, so it brings it up quite a bit, and I do have long legs, but just be aware of that. It just makes it a little harder to pedal when you have to bring your legs up so far like this. But for shorter riders, you might not be able to touch the ground as easily, but it's probably going to be a little more comfortable for you when you are riding because you don't have your legs coming up quite as far. Let's just get going here. I'm going to use throttle only to get started. So we'll just get off with throttle only. Kind of slow on the pickup, but then it just keeps gradually increasing. And it gets faster and faster. There are a couple of settings you can play with in the display, and I did that, and I'm not sure. I think I have everything set to optimal performance. had to slow down there for him, but so we're not going to get to see the top speed here. We're hitting 22, 23. We're still accelerating. We've got to stop here. Maybe we'll run that back down here again. Let's do that again so we can get unobstructed. We'll do a speed test. So we're going to start out. Should also make sure it's in past 5. So we're cruising. 18. There's 20. There's 22. We got a bump coming up. I'm going to have to slow down. There's 23. There's 24. I didn't slow down. 24, 25. 26. There's 27. We might hit 28. 27, 26.6, 27 is about all we're going to get out of it for my weight. Weight does play into how a bike performs, so be aware of that. So you can see we went quite a ways there to get up to 27 miles an hour, so it's a slow, gradual. There's no really fast giddy up and go like some bikes, so some of you are certainly going to appreciate a more slow, controlled response out of your throttle. This isn't a motorcycle, so we don't want to ride it like a motorcycle. When it comes to pedaling, let's just go ahead and stop here for a moment. All right, so when it comes to pedaling, I'm going to start out, well, I'm already in gear 7, so I'm going to use the throttle to kind of get started a little bit. We got 2 rotations, 3, 4. There's about 4.5 rotations before it started to kick in, the motor. So now we're on pedal assist. Now we're already at 15, 16 miles an hour, and I'm ghost pedaling. I don't feel anything under my feet, and we are in 7th gear already. So I can't pedal. This is how fast I'm pedaling, if you can see that. And that's at 16. So this bike isn't great for pedaling at high speeds. You better, if you're going to go over about 12, 14 miles an hour, you might as well just plan on using the throttle only. But because it's a cadence sensor, cadence sensor does have that advantage that as long as you pedal at a slow pace, but you keep the crank moving, the motor's going to engage, and it's going to allow you to go on up there to that top speed. You're ghost pedaling, you don't have anything feeling under your feet, but you can pedal nice and slow just to have that leg movement, just to keep those pedals moving a little bit, and that's going to keep your motor engaged. And we're already up at 23, 25, 26. And see, I'm pedaling real slow, but again, there's no resistance. So just be aware of that. It's a fun bike to ride. It's heavy on the top side because you got this big battery way up here on top. So it adds to the weight on top of the bike. So you got to be careful and kind of get familiar with how it handles if you need to do any tight turns like that. Yeah, we're cruising right along. Now we're going to slip into the grass. The grass over here is really tall. They keep the grass pretty tall here in Florida because it's so hot and the sun really kills it quickly if you don't. And we got enough power on flat ground to scoot across this grass and where it's pretty thick. And we're just cruising right along, no problem. There you go. If we needed to go up a slight grade, I'm not going to get down there because there's a bird, but small hills like you'd find right here, small short hills, you wouldn't have a problem probably getting up those. But a long hill might give you a little bit of trouble because it is 60 Newton meters of torque. Most e-bikes, today have at least, closer to 70, 80 Newton meters of torque, and then 90 is considered really good to have. So just be aware of that. Yeah, so it's a fun little ride if you like this style. Now, the only reason I accepted this bike onto the channel is because it's Jansno, and I have previous experience with them, and their previous bike was just an awesome little bike to ride. That's why I accepted it on the channel, but typically I don't. I've been turning down this style of bike from other manufacturers because, I'm going to turn around here. simply because of the style. And it's, for me, being a long-legged person, and I do like to pedal, it's just not real comfortable for me to pedal. So that's why I turn them down from other manufacturers. But I like Jansno, so we wanted to show them some love, and so that's why we accepted this one. It's a fun bike. Hey, if you have a commute or something where you need to get to and from work, but you don't have a need for a lot of power or anything like that, this is great for that, because you got that 34 amp hours of battery, and depending on how you ride, exactly where you ride, you're going to get quite a distance out of it. You might get, realistically, I would suggest maybe 40, 50 miles, depending on how you ride and where you ride. But so if you have a longer commute, then this might be a great option for you. The motor's fairly quiet, so you don't hear the motor a whole lot. What you do hear is the tires, because they got some big old knobby tires on here. I would like to have seen street tires on this personally, just to keep it on the streets, flat level ground. I think that may have been a good option, but knobby tires are real common for e-bikes, so no matter what style or where the intended purpose is for them, they put knobby tires on them. But that would have quietened it down just a little bit. Yeah, but it's a fun ride, and the top speed is pretty good once you get going. So they also have a couple other models you can go check out. They have another one that it's actually a dual motor, and so with a dual motor, large battery, it's going to have more power for more of an off-road use. So you might want to go and check that out. That might be something that is more what you're looking for. But for here in Florida, where it's flat and we don't have hills to worry about, this is perfect. Guys, I think we're going to wrap this video up, so give me a like, comment down below, follow the link to go check out the Jansno X70, the X60, and I think there's another model out there, I don't remember what it is, but go check them all out. And until next time, you guys ride responsibly, ride safe.